Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Box Score Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan. On today's YouTube clip, we're just going to real quickly talk about the Davante Adams trade to the Jets, which really surprised no one. We knew this was coming for a couple weeks. We just didn't know where he was going to. The likely landing spot was always the Jets, and the Jets, in a heave of desperation, had to get this deal done. But they didn't act in desperation because they didn't give the Raiders everything the Raiders wanted. So let's break this trade down. But before I break it down, let me know in the comments down below, how did you feel about this trade? If you're a Jets fan, how do you feel about getting Davante Adams onto the team? And if you are the Las Vegas Raider fan, how do you feel about your team kind of getting rid of Davante Adams? Now, Davante Adams hasn't been part of the Raiders team in the last 3 weeks. Okay, so it's not like a big loss, but just let me know what you're feeling right now. Also, like the video and subscribe to the channel. So let's get into this. So what did the Jets end up trading? Now, the Raiders wanted 2 second-round picks. Instead, they got a third that can turn into a second if certain conditions are met. So for the Raiders side, this will be the quick side of it. I don't mind it. Fire sale it all. That's what I say. Like, at this point, you are not doing anything. Get as much as you can for who you got. And I know they even said they're not trading Max Crosby. I get it. And I'm all about that. Stay loyal to players. Players retire with the team that draft them, all that good stuff. However, don't be Carolina, who did not trade Brian Burns for 2 first-round picks when they should have and ended up trading him for, like, what, a 5th-round pick? Don't be that team either. If you get an offer that is like ridiculous, you got to trade them because you're not going anywhere for the next couple of years at this point, 2-3 years. You got to find a quarterback. Once you find a quarterback, you develop that quarterback. It's a 2 to 3 year process. By that time, Crosby won't be as great as he is right now. So fire sale it all. Boom, gone. Okay, that's what I have for the Raiders. Solid move by them. Not getting what they wanted, though. It's a little bit of disappointing if you're a Raiders fan. Now, if you're a Jets fan, this is kind of like a beacon of hope. Adams is still 1,000-yard receiver or better, like a 50. He's still a really good wide receiver. Him and Rodgers' chemistry, I think, will just naturally click in after 1 or 2 weeks. And you're going to not see the miscommunication that has been happening with the Jets, Aaron Rodgers, and his wide receivers. And I think that's a positive. But my only concern is, now this week, the Jets running game got back on track. But for the last couple weeks, they weren't that great. And then their offensive line is still not that great. So are we just putting a Band-Aid on the situation where you need stitches? If you know what I'm saying? Like, it could work, but in the end, it might be futile that you trade for this guy if the other parts of your team doesn't do their job. Now, Rodgers can get the ball out quickly. He's been known for that all his career, but he needs to trust who he's throwing to. So Garrett Wilson, Davante Adams, I think that's going to work out for them. Do I think that this puts them on the upper echelon of the AFC? Probably not, but it gives them in a position to win the AFC East. Now, the Bills, I made a video with my friend Avery. He's a Buffalo Bills fan. They just trade for Amari Cooper to keep that distance away from the Jets, and I think that is a good enough move for the Bills to kind of keep their distance, but who knows? Get Adams in that situation, anything can kind of happen. And I think Aaron Rodgers kind of gets what he wants. I don't blame everything on Aaron Rodgers, but I do know that if you're Aaron Rodgers, you want to have people in there that you trust, and you are 39 years old, and you don't have time to be training young receivers or different young-ish receivers, new offenses all the time. That's why he wanted Lazard to come with him. So to me personally, good trade. It wasn't like a great trade, but it was a good trade for the Jets. Again, I don't know if this puts them over the top. I still think I'll have the Bills winning the division, but I think this will make the Jets more competitive, and I think this could get the Jets into the playoffs. And if you're the Jets, that's what you want. You want to get into the playoffs, with a chance to get to the Super Bowl, which is now more of a possibility that you have Davante Adams than if you didn't. I give this trade a B+ for the Jets and like a B for the Raiders. Well, maybe like a B- C+ because they wanted 2 second rounds and they had to settle with a third round, maybe a second round in the future. So that's all I have for this trade. Again, let me know down below what your thoughts of the trade was down below. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we will talk to you guys real soon. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.